And as great as Dragonflight sounds, we're not going to get that expansion for a year. So what about 9.2.5? We're getting some news regarding that, and I want to talk about it today. Because we all know about cross-faction raiding, cross-faction PvP. That's coming, right, at 9.2.5. And yes, Kung Fu's, he's good. We're happy to see him. 9.2.5 is going to bring more than just cross-faction raiding. It's going to bring back, dungeon. It's going to bring back the old raids, an irrelevant raid, kind of like Mythic Plus, keeps dungeons relevant. We're going to see a system that brings back all the raids of the expansion, right? So this was just a little note from Blizzard. Hello, everyone. In this week's PTR update, all Covenant Sanctum features achievements are now visible and count towards your character's total achievement points. Regardless of which covenant your character currently belongs to, nonetheless, all characters must belong to a covenant to earn covenant-specific achievements. So this is how people got to see the news that we're about to see, is all these achievements. They got to check them out. Reward boxes for callings now contain twice as many grateful offerings, still scaling with your covenant's anima, conductor level. Zareth Mortis weekly patterns within patterns now awards grateful offerings. Great. That's fun, but more exciting stuff here. Here it is. So these are the new achievements. Shadowlands Raid will be it'll be called Fated. So Fated will be the name of, basically the Mythic Plus is what we call dungeons, with extra stuff and affixes. The raids are going to be called Fated. And by completing all 3 Shadowlands raids while Fated, you'll get some rewards based on what difficulty you completed it on. So it's interesting. Man, I called this raid thing months ago. I feel like an oracle. I was made fun of, but here I am, 100% right on every move Microsoft is influencing. Evergreen content, here we come. Nice. Miggity, I mean, it's a good call because it just makes sense, right? This content has typically in the past just sat, right? It just sits and nothing happens. And so then what? You have all this raid content that Blizzard has created, and it's not relevant anymore. Nobody does it unless there's like a mount to be had. Nobody goes back and does the old raids anymore. It's pointless. There's usually catch-up mechanics for gear, so you can skip all the old raids if you want to get to the new raid content. And then other than going back for a mount or something, there's no reason to go back and do an old raid. But some of that content's still great. Castle Nathria is a great raid. It should be relevant. So why not? Why not make it relevant again like we make dungeons relevant? I'd love to see old raid leveling. Just give a level per boss and let people go nuts. A level per boss would be intense. I mean, old raid leveling would be cool, but a level per boss, I mean, you could get people grinding this shit out. They could get to cap level shit in a day, man. If it's resettable, I mean, I guess you wouldn't be able to do it all in a day. But I mean, if you go with Castle Nathria, Sanctum of Domination, Sepulchre of the first ones, I don't know how many bosses in total that'd be, but you'd be able to gain like 20 levels in a day. Now I get like 60 in 6 hours. Yeah, basically. It takes nothing to get to max level. That's true. Leveling is it's much easier in general. Tweedle's Assassin, what's up? So you'll get these achievements, right? Fate of Shadowlands Raid. Completing all 3 Fated raids in Shadowlands Season 4. Reward, the mount, Jigglesworth Senior. Jigglesworth Senior. I wonder what he's... we don't know what he looks like, I guess. But that sounds interesting. Slappy Thighs, you're in, man. You don't even got a queue yet, because you're so early. Congrats. Heroic Fates of Shadowlands Raid. This one, complete all 3 Fated raids on Heroic difficulty in Shadowlands Season 4. Reward, you get the title Hero of Fate. Interesting. So just doing it regular gives you the mount. You get the Hero of Fate title for completing them on Heroic. And then Mythic, this is insanity. I don't know. We'll see. who's going to be doing this. But I guess maybe Mythic Faded is not going to be the same as Mythic Raid. Complete 3 Faded Raids on Mythic difficulty in Season 4. Reward, Shadowlands Raids Teleports. So this is a thing that people are going to be able to use. This teleporter will be able to take you to any raid. By completing 3 Mythic Faded Raids, you'll get these 3 raid teleports. Path to Sire, which teleports you to Castle Nathria. Path of the Tormented Souls, which will take you to Sanctum of Domination. And Path of the First Ones, which will take you to Sepulchre of the First Ones. That's cool. That's cool. It's a cool little toy that'll be able to take you to the front of raids. Interesting. So you'll learn these 3 spells. Cool stuff. This is a big change for WoW in general. Having this available is going to be a great thing. It's going to create evergreen content in the game, as Miggity mentioned, and it'll create evergreen content for the stream. So that's not bad either. Right? We'll be able to do all this shit. And here is another, this is the reward here. So Mr. Jigglesworth. Mr. Jigglesworth slime. So this is the reward that you get for doing the 4 faded completing 3 faded raids in Shadowlands Season 4. Just regular difficulty. The Jigglesworth Senior is the name. It's very likely a reference to Mr. Jigglesworth, one of the Slime Cat NPCs that you get when you do the 9 Afterlives achievement. Unfortunately, there's still no Slime Cat mount model and the build, but the icon is a slimy texture previously mined. Interesting. So it's a slimy cat. That's going to be a pretty cool mount. We're going to go for that. Hell yeah, we're going to go for that on the stream, man. We're going to try to get this. So you get the slime cat mouth, and it'll look like Mr. Jigglesworth probably. Little slime cat a pet that you could currently get with the achievement 9 Afterlives. This is cool. So this is going to be like on top of, your Mythic Keystone mount. You could get this faded raid mount. Very cool. Old school pug raids are going to be fun. Old pug raid central. Yeah. Right? I mean, next week we're doing something very cool. We're going to be doing Burning Crusade, Black Temple, Time Walking Raid. That's something that's exciting too. That's bringing back old content. And then this is a version of bringing back old content as well. Good moves on Blizzard's part. That's what I say. Yeah, Biggity was saying Jigglesworth is the slime cat. For sure you'll get to run different raids each week. It's very nice, yeah. Yep, it's the slime cat pet. That's right. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. Another thing that was data mined is this music track, The Highborn. Today's Shadowlands 9.2.5 includes brand new music track composed by Russell Bauer and Derek Duke. Highborn is a very familiar song from Sunstrider Night 2, also composed by Bauer. Features Eversong Woods during the Burning Crusade. So it sounds very similar to Eversong Woods. Look, I've told you guys before that to me, the whole Blood Elf zone and the city of Silvermoon is very underutilized. It's beautiful, the zones are nice, but it's never even been updated to the point where you can fly in those zones. Well, that area is going to become very relevant here because we've just gone through all this shit in Shadowlands. There's no more Lich King. There's no more Helm of Domination. There's a little bit of conversation about that within who keeps pulling me? I need a medkit. There's a little bit of conversation about that going on in Oribos right now. If you listen to the NPCs talk, you stay a while and listen. So this area could become very relevant again. Whether Blizzard's going to actually update it in game, I have no idea. But what this music tells me is there are things to come within the Blood Elf zones. And there is a quest line that's already been data mined about going into the Blood Elf zones and doing stuff. Let's take a listen to this music really quick. Let me pause this. And here, let's see what this sounds like. Yeah, definitely very Very night, very Blood Elf. Very Eversong Woods. I mean, if you ever leveled a Blood Elf, this will sound very familiar. Oh no, he caught on. Yeah, it's like a remix of the old Eversong Woods titles. This sounds great. I love this music, by the way. Very calming. I love the violin. Yeah. So I mean, and right, Miggity says that it's also the closest port to Dragon Isles, and I mentioned that. That's why I kind of had this theory that Silvermoon might be the new hub city of the next expansion. Well, that's kind of out the door because I think they revealed like a kind of a dragon-esque city. We haven't seen it yet, other than the entrance picture. We did get a picture of the entrance of this new dragon city, which will likely be our hub city. But I still feel like Silvermoon's going to be relevant for the exact reason Miggity said, and that's why I thought it would be. Lore-wise, Dragon Isles was kind of off the coast of Upper Eastern Kingdoms there. And Silvermoon is the closest city. So there's definitely going to be some relevance here. And the fact that this music has been kind of reworked tells me that we're on the right track, that there is going to be some relevance to this zone. Lo-fi Blood Elf Cafe music. Man, yeah. I'd go there and drink a coffee. That'd be great. I bet it's where they put the pre-patch content. Yep, I think you're right. Oh, and then here is the last thing. The Shadowlands Season 4 affix is now called Disguised. After a possible April Fool's joke on the PTR, Season 4 affix has its name changed to Disguised. We don't know how much about the affix at the moment. What kind of seasonal affix do you think this could be? To me, Disguised, right away I think of Dreadlords. This could be a Dreadlord thing where you gotta find a hidden Dreadlord and kill him, or you get some kind of debuff, and if you kill him you get a buff. That's what it sounds like to me. So I'm guessing this is going to have to do with the Dreadlords in some way. We haven't seen them. I mean, I haven't seen a Dreadlord thing. I mean, we did kind of get some Dreadlord-esque stuff when it was Castle Nathria. When the Castle Nathria was the raid, I forgot what that affix was, but there was Dreadlord stuff. But I definitely think Disguised. I mean, that's what I think of right away. I think of Dreadlord's Disguise as something in the dungeon, and we're gonna have to knock them out. Yeah. Well, that's really it for 9.2.5 news. Exciting stuff. 9.2.5 will be here before Dragonflight, obviously. So we're gonna get that. And the biggest thing besides what I see is this faded raid content, which is gonna be huge, is the fact that we'll be able to do this content with the Alliance. Yes, cross-faction raiding, Alliance and Horde together. So this is gonna be fun stuff, great content, and I can't wait personally to do it.